Hit me with your best shot. You have a subpoena.
Yes.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of That Checks Out with Damon and Ted, coming to you from Audiohive Podcasting Studio. Didn't mention him much last week in the intro. How you doing, Brian?
I'm good.
Excellent. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Damon, how was your week?
That was pretty good. And Mac got to talk during the music. Look at that, Mac. Huh?
Weird.
Well, I remembered last week.
Has that never happened before?
I don't know. I just remember last week I forgot you almost at the very end of the 9-hour outro. Oh, yeah, we're coming to you from Audiohive Podcasting Studio in Joliet, Illinois. Thank you.
That was the longest outro we've ever done.
Yeah, then he complains. Yeah, it went long because I added you in. I had to sit here and watch the music loop forever, guys.
Yeah, stop talking about my place because we want this to be over. You guys?
Mac, we're going to need you to have this depending. I did not go to see the Monkees again. The night of our last recording.
That's right. Yeah, because you don't know if you're doing it or not. Oh, right. Yeah. Did you do it?
We're letting people behind the curtain.
Did you?
Did we record these episodes back to back? No one knows.
No one knows.
Did I go? Did I not go? I don't know. It's like a 4-hour round trip drive to see a show I just saw last night. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you, one of those guys is never going on tour again. Unless they're strapping into something with
I'm never
wheels.
going to see the Monkees again. I might see the Monkey.
Yeah, I might see Mickey Nolans again. I will never see Mike again.
And we're not picking on him.
No.
We're just yeah. He's still one of the Monkees.
Yeah, unless they wheel Nez out like a Pez dispenser.
Right.
See what I did there? Never again.
Well, that's like Motley Crue would
dispenser.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Should have. Brian, why aren't you on the show more?
Wow.
Mostly because you're not awake. Wait,
Yeah.
what?
You take his phone away and
I just think
Motley Crue. See?
I just think he wants a reason to copyright claim.
No,
us.
but Mac probably knows this because he's a music fan. I don't know if you're a Motley Crue fan or not, but Mick Mars has like a degenerative bone thing,
Yeah,
right?
actually, I was just looking at this picture of him. Like, man, he looked like hell even back then.
Yeah, So anyway, there was a point in time for one tour where his guitar was on a stand. He didn't even have to hold it because his body wouldn't hold it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He stood up.
That's sometimes like my butt.
Yeah, I can't hold it. I'm going to need a restroom in FMLA. So, sorry.
Gross.
Yeah, and you're going to need a janitor in a couple minutes. Maybe some sawdust. Anyway.
So last week we prefaced that we're not making fun of COVID or mental health, but IBS is funny for everyone.
Right.
IBSD. IBSC is constipation.
That's
That's funny.
Right now I'm using radio waves to see if I can get you to do it in the chair. You can sue me.
We're hanging with Mr. Brownstone? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. You've been dancing with Mr. Brownstone.
Yeah, there it is. That was the verb I was looking for.
Yeah.
A little foggy, man. Still a little bit.
Yeah. Same
One
here.
more week out, still a little foggy.
Yeah. Same here. But hey, so I have a couple more cool funny stories that happened to me.
Wait, you said more as if there were some in the beginning.
Well, I found that I made more phone calls than what I knew or FaceTimes. So anyway, when I had 102 fever, I told you last week that I successfully ordered an Uber. Okay.
Wait. Did you order an Uber or a boober? Because if you successfully ordered something that doesn't exist, but boobs came to your place,
I'm gonna be honest with
not speaking for me, of course, clearly not for me, but I'm gonna need to know if that worked.
you. I'm gonna need to know the website.
I have a friend who's gonna need to know if that worked.
I have a friend named Ed. Tay.
Yeah.
I think
I'm just gonna say, Ed's wife probably listens to this. You're gonna get him in trouble.
that's why I added the Tay. I was like, we're gonna go.
There was a hot second. We were like, whoa, wait, there is a guy named Ed who does
Wait
listen to this
minute.
pretty common.
Yeah.
He's gonna be thrilled. They said my name. It's gonna get me in trouble with my wife, but they said my name.
Honey, listen.
Come here, listen. Wait, don't listen.
You know that
Wait, you're
podcast I
back.
told you I've been wanting you to listen to? Today's the day.
Yeah, don't listen.
No, it's not the day.
Wait. They said Tay, come back. It's fine. No, they said Tay. He said stage.
Hand jobs. So anyway.
Wow, you're on fire.
Yeah. So anyway.
Wow.
Timestamp. We broke Brian about 4 minutes in. We broke Brian. Mac is down.
Oh, yeah, we domino affected
Mac
me
is
too.
down. I could get a 10 count on him too. He's down.
Wow.
So anyway.
There was the timing on that. Wow, you actually got timing while you were out.
Yeah, I did. I've been practicing.
Yeah.
I'm the clapper guy now.
You hit the nurse button. What, can I help you? I don't know why this is important right now, but can you say stage? I have a feeling it's going to be important later.
And while you're wiping, here's one of my cards. You got
listen to your friend. He said back to front.
Yeah, there's a clapper. That's me right there.
That was my dad. No matter, like, we'd be in church doing that. Like, that was like the picture that you guys can't see is the guy in church clapping to the hymns, I assume. But it would literally be like beat, 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 beat. My dad would be like,
yeah. Or
I would just be like, stop clapping.
Or the head bobbers. You're like, can you at least bob to like the music?
Well, see, my dad, we sat in the back.
Okay.
Was in the back pew. And that was because, and my dad would hold his Bible open, and he's head bobbed all the time, mostly because he'd fall asleep.
Hey, you want to hear?
But that's why he sat in the back. So no one behind him would be like, is Steve sleeping?
Wicked Vic, when they're doing Walk Like an Egyptian, they have a tambourine and they'll hand it out to people. And on more than one occasion,
dangerous.
I've seen people just destroy the song because they cannot shake that tambourine in time, and it messes up the whole
The
band.
drummer's like, get away from the microphone.
Take it back.
That guy's having a seizure. Somebody call for help.
Does he have a life alert? Please push it.
So I'm going to tell just a couple of funny stories. So apparently, I called my buddy Tom one night, and I think I had like 102 fever.
You start all these stories like I called my buddy. I'm not buying you have this many buddies.
So I called Tom 3 times in one night. The first time I call him, and I guess within like a matter of 10 or 15 minutes. The first time I call him.
For the love of God, you better be dead. That's the third call.
No, the first time I call him, I go, hey, I'm stuck in the church basement. Can you come get me? That's what I said. Okay.
Now, the church has moved to a Morris hospital.
Right. Those of you listening should know Damon was not in the church basement. He was in the hospital.
The password is false.
So anyway, circle gets a square. So anyway, I call him and tell him that, right? I guess 5 minutes later, I call him back and I go, bring Austin, which is his paramedic firefighter son, okay? Kid strong, bring him, because the walls are caving in. That's what I told him. I go, the walls are caving in, bring Austin. That's all I said, and I hung up the phone, okay?
If you called back the third time, this bed is on fire.
So he's telling me this, and I'm laughing. So I call him the third time. He said, and again, this was in a 10, 15-minute span. And I said, turns out I'm not in the church basement. I'm actually in the hospital. Come get me. Now, here's what a good friend he is. You know what he tells me? He goes, I'm on my way. You know what he does?
Doesn't go.
No, he knows he's not going to come get me, but he hangs up the phone. He texts my wife, and you know what my wife does? Damn it. He called Tom because she hadn't got to him like she got to you already.
Right. She got in front of that.
Yeah.
And I said, like, she's been texting, been all the messages and everything. I get a phone call off, because there was a specific update schedule. I don't know if you know that. It was like a certain time in the morning and a certain time at night. And then when you got better, it was just at night. It was just a one time at night.
Gotcha.
I got an off time phone call, and I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah. And you know
Ted
what?
needs a new co-host.
Yeah. No, he did. And he was very sincere in the car on the way here, but we're making fun of it now because, again, time. It is what it is. But you know what? When you're texting with my wife and all of a sudden you get a phone call, you probably don't think it's good
and
news.
Not at the regular, like I said, it was not at the regular time.
Yeah, you probably
But it
were
was
thinking-
literally like, has Damon called you yet? No. All right. If he calls you, let him, you know what? Never mind. Just call him and get in front of it. Call him and tell him you will not be picking him up from the hospital. So now I want to cut in because this is the phone call we had.
Yeah. Okay.
I call you, you're like, hello. And I'm like, look, bro, if you wanted to have all the spotlight on you, you could have picked a better way. Like, if it had to be all about you, you didn't have to nearly die. This is totally cool. I love your PR. This is really great. You can just come back to the show. We don't have to do all this. You literally were like, what?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, man, I should have waited at least another week before I used that joke.
Yeah, that joke would have landed so
that
good.
joke is still in the air right now. It is circling the airport.
Because I don't remember this conversation.
Yeah.
This
And
is
I
new.
was just like, so anyway, your wife called me and told me not to pick you up from the hospital.
Well,
just
no,
to let you know.
You said you need to be. I remember you saying
No,
something.
I said that first, but I was like, hey, yeah, because I don't want to say it again because you literally broke down. You were like, and I know you don't want to talk about it,
Right.
but I said, you need to stay there. We do not need sick Damon. We need health. Whatever, something like we need healthy
Right.
Damon. We need.
It was heartfelt.
Yeah, we
The
need
beginning
100%
was
Damon. I
heartfelt.
said we and your family, everyone needs you to come home because coming home and going back in is the worst thing you could do. You'll never come back out. If
And
you
I
do
do
that.
remember. I remember that part. And then I said to you, did Nicole tell you to call me?
And I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Because you're like, this guy wouldn't say this on his own. He's got a gun to his head, and that gun would look like Nicole.
So anyway, then he must went into the joke that I did not get.
No,
'cause
I said the joke first. You didn't
Okay.
get it, and then I went into that, and then because I was like, okay, well, you were clearly not joking.
yeah.
And then
I didn't comprehend
I thought the phone broke up. Like I thought you couldn't hear me, but it was
Yeah.
you collecting yourself. And I was like, hey, you know what? Sounds like you're having a little trouble speaking. I'm going to take over. And I said my piece. I said I'm going to let you go. Just know that you need to be there. We need to get you healthy.
Yeah.
I know it sucks.
Yeah.
And I was like, you can do this. We will see you when you get out. Get better.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going to go. And I hung up because you clearly it struck a nerve. You couldn't talk.
Yeah.
So I took over. But yeah, it was, the only response was, what? And did Nicole
Yeah.
make you do this?
Did I say, wait, what? Did I do the math?
No, you were just literally like,
Oh,
what?
that'd have been so cool. But no, and like I said, I don't remember the jokes. I probably didn't comprehend it. You know
that
what
was
I mean?
the thing. Yeah, I literally, I came in hot.
You came in hot.
I came in fired, and you weren't even like on the field yet.
No, but no, our first talk when we were in therapy, that could have been an episode.
Oh, yeah.
Because-
When you called me from, we it was like, hey, do you got a minute? And I'm like, yeah. 19 minutes later.
Yeah.
After the first minute. So 20 minutes. You were like, oh, man, I've been talking about, oh, no, every time this is what would cut off the call. Not if I was doing something, not if I had a problem, not if I had an issue. Oh, someone's coming in. I got to go. Oh, a nurse is coming in. Oh, my doctor's here. Is as you're saying, I can't be caught talking to this guy. Yeah. This guy is a complete jag. That's basically how that came off every time. Oh, no. I was calling porn.
Yeah.
I was calling a porn number.
Yeah.
That wasn't that one guy. No. Every time.
I got to watch all the
And it
commercials.
wasn't like, it was like TV where they don't say bye. It was like, oh, nurse is coming.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess he's gone. All right. Cool. I'm just talking to the phone to myself now.
He just got kidnapped by
So, yeah. But
terrorist
anyways,
nurse.
that's what happened. Nicole heard that you were calling your friends.
Yeah.
And was like, oh, I better call Ted. Eventually get to that guy.
Yeah. So anyway, this is my third call with Tom. As I tell him, I said, "Oh, it turns out I'm actually at the hospital." You know, and he like I said,
If that was me, I would have been like, you son of a bitch. I have dug under this church looking for you.
yeah. Austin has a shovel and
Yeah.
he's digging right now. But so he tells me that because again, whenever I talk to somebody for the first time, I got emotional because I believe, and I'm not making fun of COVID. Please do not. It's real. But I believe the cure is estrogen and tears because I was full of nothing but tears and just sweet feelings afterwards. And maybe it was just the joy of still being here.
So
I don't know.
It turns
You know?
out it's not just your smirk that makes me want to gag.
But like, like you'd see a butterfly, you'd see a butterfly and you're like, someday it's going to die. You know what I mean? That's just what I was doing. And I don't know why, because that's not me.
Now, your theory might hold true because as you know, because of my tumor thing, I don't produce testosterone except for that of a prepubescent young man.
Okay.
So maybe that's why I didn't get as sick as you did.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Because I didn't have that man stuff. I mean, we need to kill this guy. They're like, oh no, he's already screwed.
Yeah.
Let him live.
But I felt really weird because every time I talked to somebody, I got choked up. I did what I did, you know. But but I called Tom with no problem. Okay,
So you didn't really care about Tom.
He tells me
We get
that.
it. Cool.
So then my buddy Lloyd, who I talked about last week, he said,
we've mentioned. Wait. I only know Lloyd as one person. Lloyd,
Yeah.
best man at my wedding.
yeah.
Is that his last name, or was he actually the best man at your wedding?
No, that's his middle name. So
Okay.
that's what he goes by. So, but anyway, he said I would FaceTime him, but I would hold the phone to my ear like I was talking. And
Hello.
so he'd see this like Grizzly Adams because I had this like phenomenal beard all the way up to my eyeballs. You know what I mean? Because there's no trimming, there's no nothing.
Hey, Mac, Google the definition for phenomenal.
Yeah, werewolf.
Yeah,
werewolf.
because
Phenomenal.
phenomenal is not what it was on his face.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, it was phenomenal. I nailed it.
He'd see
Way
my
to go, Ted. I nailed it.
he'd see my ear and like a beard, and he'd hear
Oh,
me.
an ear with a beard?
Yeah.
That's something you could say on, don't use my joke. You could use that one on here.
You ever seen an ear with a beard?
Thank you.
I actually have. You see a lot of old men.
Hey,
with
that joke
beards.
killed at
Yeah.
Tuffy's, I assume.
I had a 6-minute set.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's how he gets to that. Now it makes sense.
Gotcha.
It wasn't funny, but now we get
Now
it.
it is. And then another buddy of mine,
First thing, how to spell phenomenal correctly.
spellchecker.net.
Well, Ted, first off, it's phenomenal. All right, go ahead. So,
But no, so one of my buddies too that I've known since high school, Scott, I called to talk smack to him about fantasy football because we were playing. Now, mind you, this is all during football season when I'm doing this, right?
Yeah.
So I'm out. And my 14-year-old's been running my league.
please
and
tell me you've been doing phenomenal.
I actually, all my teams are competitive and very good, except the team in my league, I had the same record as Scott. And I was playing him the first week, this last week when I got home on Halloween, I was playing him. So I said, I haven't talked to him yet. I'm going to call him. So I call him, and the first thing I say is, hey, I've been in the hospital for a month, and we have the same record. What's your problem? That's exactly what I said. And he goes, you really called to talk shit to me? And he goes, it's good to hear your voice. And he tells me I FaceTimed him twice.
Wait a minute.
Okay?
Wait, what?
Yeah, I did. And he said, once was really early in the morning. He goes, I was getting ready for work, and I didn't answer it. And he goes, I didn't want to call you back because I thought maybe it was an accident.
The best part is like, that could have been like your last person you communicate with.
Yeah.
And again, this is because we're past it. It's
Right.
over. You're better. You're here.
Yeah.
Like that's the only thing you could actually. You were just scrolling down, and he's the one you picked up, and he's like, "Oh yeah, it's probably an accident. I want to pick it up." And it was literally you being like, "Just please tell people I love them."
Yeah.
And you could like Scott was like, "Oh wow, I guess I should have picked that one up."
That was deep.
Yeah. Ooh man, maybe I'll go easy on him with fantasy
Ooh,
football.
I'm going to have to lighten up on my
Yeah.
screening process.
That's a call I should have taken.
So then he said, and you did it one time late at night. And I'm like, really? He goes, yeah. He goes, but I didn't get either call. And I just laughed. And so there's probably other people, like I said, that'll come out of the woodwork.
Well, I think it's funny that your son probably has no emotional attachment to your teams.
Yeah.
So he was like, I'm just going to play this as it is.
No.
And you're doing well.
He did quite well
Yeah.
for me. It was because he's in the one league, and then that's the league I run. So he was actually my 14-year-old Chuck was managing the league for me, and then we actually put my buddy Tom, who I called from the church, we put him on there. Nicole found a way and put him on as co-manager. So he's running the league now.
Yeah, well, I know.
Yeah.
It was one of the I don't remember if it was me directly or the group things. It was Damon's doing great. He wants me to put football. He wants me to find a way to put football on the TV in the hospital. He has Chuck doing his fantasy football.
Yeah.
It was all like, here's Damon's medical thing, 2 words. And the rest of it was about Damon being pissed he can't be involved in football.
Well,
and I just keep scrolling like, oh, it just, wow, this is, he really wants to do football.
And I was bummed because I got to go to 3 of Chuck's games and I missed 5. Okay. But the real thing is that the coach left the thing on his phone so we can watch it on our big screen at home. So that's pretty cool. So we're actually watching the games together. And what's weird is,
Well, it would have been great if you would have made someone FaceTime a football game to you.
Well,
And-
they did,
Well, the whole
but
time
I was out of it.
Would have been great
Yeah.
is if whenever something good happened, they just put it to their ear.
yeah,
What happened? Oh, I don't know, man.
he's running for a touchdown right now. And they're holding the phone to their ear.
Oh my God, I've never seen that in a professional game. What's happening?
But and then the last one I'll tell you, my son Brendan, I brought up last week, I called him. So this is what I did. I called Brendan and I said, hey, do me a favor. Now Bushaw's Polish for grandma, right? I said, go to Bushaw's, grab her walker. Okay, I'm trying to get out of the hospital. Grab her walker, put it in the back of your car, come here, get me out of here, take me home.
Country road,
Right? Well, he's
to the place,
and he's family because
I belong.
everybody kept telling me I can't
West
do that. I'm not
Virginia.
family. So
I'm sorry.
So I call. I'm like, are we done?
No.
So you're going to run out of the words you know pretty soon
Yeah,
anyway.
well, yeah, well, we were done.
Yeah.
Please cut me off. Why are you cutting me off?
And then,
Yes, and
so we'll do improv. But so I call him, I FaceTime him, and he's already got a smirk on his face. And I'm like, okay, this is what I want you to do. He goes, Bushaw needs her walker. I said, put her in the chair for like an hour and a half.
she can ride on the handlebars. I will push.
But I told him, I said, she can sit in the chair for an hour and a half. Come get me, take me home. And you know what he says? So my kid, my 21-year-old, he goes, well, let me tell you, this is what's going to happen. As soon as he said that, click, I hung up on him. Because
No one knows.
Because first off, okay, I'm guessing mom already got to you.
Yeah.
But second off, my kid's never going to start a sentence with, let me tell you how this is going to
This is-
happen.
even though you probably weren't aware of it, this is what your brain was doing.
Yeah.
Okay. Hospital sucks. Prison's going to be much worse. I need to end this call now.
Yeah.
Here's what's going to happen. 18 and life, you got it. 18. All right. Anyway.
Yeah. But no, that was one of my favorite ones because I was just like, click, you know?
Well, wait, I was going to get you out of. That was the one guy that would have come. All right,
Yeah.
here's what's going to happen. I'm going to go to Ted's mom because I know she has 19 walkers. We're going to grab one of hers.
He's got an elaborate plan to bust me out, and I just hung up on him. Yeah.
Are
you doing the New Kids on the Block?
It turned into that.
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't mean it to, but you do not have the right stuff.
Yeah.
So before Damon got sick, he helped me move.
Tell me, girl.
You want to go to Wahlburgers after this?
I kind of do.
Before Damon got sick, Damon and I moved my childhood bedroom and the room next to it out of all the furniture, everything out of that room.
Yeah.
During the time Damon was sick, I took down walls. I say a lot of I didn't do much, but I took down walls. Then I got
the
sick.
flashlight, didn't you?
Yeah. And then our good friend Dwayne and an electrician rebuilt those 2 rooms into a master suite with a bathroom. I say all this because while Damon was still sick, and 1 week after he fought COVID, Ted moved everything back in with a 75-year-old man who was stronger than I was. Like we moved a dresser in, and this dresser was built like in the 1800s when they made everything out of
It's like one piece.
petrified wood.
How do these drawers open? It's like one piece.
It is made out of stone. And we put it in one of the tall, it's a chest of drawers, so it's not like a flat dresser. So it's tall, so I can lean on it when we're done. And he's like, come on, Teddy, let's go. Because this guy's known me since 1974.
Right.
Even though I was born not in 74. He said, come on, Teddy, we got to go. And I was like, I'm going to die. Because we moved 2 rooms out. So
Correct.
we moved 2 rooms out, then we had to move her room in. So we moved her room in. So I moved 6 dressers, 2 beds.
Yeah.
3 shows.
Yeah.
2 states, 1 man. I fit it in. There we go.
Good job.
Yeah, no, the first weekend of December, you can find me in Kenosha and Rockford.
See how you worked that in there?
But no, man, I was like, I got done. It wasn't until I was done. I was like, why was this so hard? I'm like, oh, right. Because I had someone else helping me moving it all out.
Yeah.
Jerk.
First
Well
off,
played, man. Well played.
I guess I'll do anything to get out of moving furniture. So
I hate helping Ted's mom so much.
yeah, for sure. But
Every time I drove down there last week and we talked about it 2 weeks ago, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Because I made a deal that because of your back, I'm going to hand deliver shirts.
yeah, it was a couple weeks ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyone listening to this, I'll extend that deal. You get a hold of me, I'll get you a shirt. But I stupidly drank a coffee, like a huge coffee before I got in the car and then drove to my mom's house. So that's about an hour ride now with all the traffic and stupidity between Wilmington and where I live. And I got in there and it was a photo finish. The lease was up.
Nice.
I had to return that coffee to the landlord because she was in the main house bathroom. She has a bathroom in her bedroom now.
Yeah.
She's in the old bathroom.
So did you christen her bathroom?
Oh, I had to.
Yeah.
There was no choice.
Yeah.
But the problem is that I didn't walk in on her, but she didn't have the door totally closed. So in my house, that for some reason, that's what my kids do. Like they just kind of leave it.
Oh, really?
And I was like, either she's in there or the toilet's clogged. I don't know what's going on, but I don't have time to process it. What am I saying? Like I didn't plan. The problem is I didn't plan for an extra 12 feet of movement.
Right.
It was,
Yeah. No,
so it's a good thing she has that easy end shower. So I just waffle stomped that right down there. I'm kidding. It didn't need to be waffle stomped, Brian. It just slid right in.
Yeah. Yeah. It was all good. Right down the drain.
Yeah. But I literally went in there and it's a pocket door to save space.
I gotcha.
So I went in there. I'm like, I'm in here. Don't come in.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have time to figure out the pocket door. Like, I'm in here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't come out of your bathroom. Don't come out of your old bathroom and come into your new bathroom for some weird reason. I am in here.
I like pocket doors for that though, because you don't waste wall space then.
Yeah, that's
you know
what
what
it
I
was,
mean.
because-
yeah, you don't waste wall space. So there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Because we were building it in
Master bath or closet.
Yeah.
You want all your wall space.
Because it wasn't a plan.
Right.
This was adding into another room. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, like I said, those were the funny things that I've been told now, and I really enjoy hearing some of that stuff. You know what I mean? Because I don't remember doing it. I don't remember doing a lot of that. I don't remember the joke. Had you said that when you started the second phone call or when I called you, I would have picked up on
fine,
it.
yeah.
It would have landed.
But it's mostly because in my head, I had it in my head for 2 weeks.
So you're like, I'm sitting on this.
Sit.
Yeah.
This man decided he needed it all. And we mentioned this last week that thank you again to everyone that reached out. But there were so many people that I would contact something for someone else. Oh, how's Damon doing? How's Damon? Is Damon all right? What do you hear about Damon?
Yeah.
Do you want me to put you on the list? There's a nightly list and a morning list. Because at that point there was and the thing, when I first got the first text from Nicole, I was like, is this just to me? Because I couldn't see if it was a group text. It was.
She was trying to do everybody individually.
Right, but
she was
I was just copying and pasting, right?
She was
So I was like,
forwarding.
if I respond to this, does it just go to her?
No, and that's why she did that.
Yeah.
So that's why she did that.
But the first few responses.
Oh.
First few responses, I was doing it as if maybe other people could see this, and because I have a Android, maybe she was doing it with an Apple, and that's why I can't see it. But it was very weird. Damon, who you might know from work or from That Checks Out, or from maybe you went to school with him in the 80s and 90s.
Or maybe you've seen him at Old Country Buffet putting on a show.
Or maybe you've seen him screaming at someone at some store is doing well. I'm like, I know that guy. Does she not know that?
Yeah. There's one more call. And this one might be the funniest.
Was it coming from inside the house?
Yeah, it was coming from inside the hospital. Okay. I called Spinner because he's a physical therapist. I called him, got him on the phone.
How do I break out of the hospital, Spinner?
No. You know what I asked him? I said, can you send me some exercises so I can get stronger? And I said, I need exercises for my legs and this and that.
I need it. I'm kind of ambidextrous. I need them for both hands.
Yeah. So anyway, I call him.
I've got a stage gig later.
He I guess he agrees to send me a bunch of stuff.
So did you just get an email from Spinner? You have no idea why you got it?
No, I don't even know about the email. Here's the deal. Nicole will get to the hospital every night and go through my phone to see who I bothered to try to get out of the hospital. She doesn't have Spinner in her phone. So
Please tell me you have it as a Spinner.
No,
Please tell me you have it saved as Spinner.
No, I have it as
Who
Spinelli.
is this Spinner?
Yeah, I have it as Jimmy Spinelli. But anyway, so I have him.
Mac is looking up Spinner right now.
So I have him in my phone. And so she takes the contact, forwards it to herself, and I think she calls him. I don't know if she texted him. I think she called him because she knows who he is.
Yeah.
Okay? She's never met him face to face, but she knows who he is, and she knows he lives in Florida.
Hi, this is Nicole. I understand you invited us down anytime.
Yeah.
Turns out this is a great time.
That checks out. But
Because I can fly now.
yeah. So anyway, hey, I was under. I could have flown too. So anyway,
The B.A. Baracus plan.
I would not have known. But anyway, she says, I'm guessing you don't know what's going on. And he says, no. And so she tells him, and he's like, oh my God. And he says, well, will you keep me updated? So there's another one that went on the list.
Oh, well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. See, if it was me, I would have been like, ooh, so he's in what stage?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to waste my time with those exercises. Let me know, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll put it in the pending folder.
Yeah, but I was ICU then because I was making calls. So I was out of the, I was
wait,
alive.
so you were in the non-John Cena part of the hospital.
Yeah. I see you. I not see you.
That was a wrestling joke that Brian didn't even listen to.
No,
Thanks.
because he's on Google right now looking up Spinner.
Andy
So anyway.
from 3 Feet
Totally.
Deep. Andy from 3 Feet Deep will like that. The wrestling joke.
See, they'll get that reference. So, can we go into something else then? Besides, I had to tell that story.
I think so. I think we're doing a shorter one today, but yeah.
Yeah. So
But
let's.
we say shorter one. We've already been like
But let's get into this.
tangenting for 40 minutes already.
Let's do this real quick then. Let's do. I'm watching TV. That's all I'm doing. I like to watch. I told you I like to watch that.
Wait. I heard a rumor,
Yeah.
and it wasn't a Bananarama thing. I've been listening to a lot of 80s music.
Mhm.
I drive a lot. Anyway, I heard through the grapevine that a certain chair was delivered.
It was. I got my chair about 6 months after I celebrated the anniversary of ordering my chair. Yes.
And that's the end of the story. The story that has been for this podcast. It has been a through line.
It's closure.
Since almost the first few episodes.
It's closure.
The chair is done.
The chair is at my house, which is great. So yeah, I have not broke it in yet enough to sleep in it because
So
you know how you
you've
have
never
to break
sat
it
on
in.
it then?
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming that's a one-time thing.
I don't know, but it's size.
It's
Every
already
time-
got his ass groove in it. I don't even want to use it now.
Everybody else just falls in.
Yeah.
How does this work? But
Wait, you mean I can stand up without using my arms? I don't think so. This is a deep plush.
It is a deep plush. It's great.
Well, it's deeper now.
Yeah. My ass is in the basement. You know.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
no,
literally, neck down did not get the message.
really.
Yeah. All that weight loss was either in your hair or your face. How much beard did you have?
Yeah.
Turns out he had 35 pounds of beard.
Should have shaved a long time ago.
Yeah, you should have.
Yeah. But I like to watch a wealth of entertainment. AWE. I told you, it's a channel.
Aw.
Yeah. So I like to watch that. So they had a show on about Italy. So I think it's cool. They're going around
I
Italy.
call it, I tell you.
I tell you what. They started talking about an island. Okay. This is what they said. It says they have an island that's known for being overrun with snakes. But now,
Why don't they just get that St. Patrick dude?
no, but now, get this. It has one of Italy's best known restaurants. That's cool. What do we do with the snakes?
Yeah. Please tell me that restaurant is called Everyone Gets a Mongoose.
Well, I'm like, do you just serve snake?
Yeah,
I
right.
mean, what do you,
Oh, that'd be great.
we serve snake.
We serve hot dogs. Don't ask what it is.
Freshly trapped
We don't
snake.
care if you think it's a sandwich or not. We serve hot dogs.
Why are my noodles moving?
Yeah.
You know? I'm just sitting here thinking, I'm like, you just glossed
the name
right
of
over.
Yeah, the name of the restaurant is What the Fuck?
Yeah.
He can still name businesses. We're back, baby.
We're back. We're back. But I was like, well, that's really cool. But what about the snakes?
Hey, that's great. That seems like two separate stories.
So it was known
Yeah.
for being just overrun and just taken over by snakes. You never want to go there.
Yeah.
But now they put a restaurant there. Wait a minute. They got a McDonald's? McDonald's in the middle of the Caribbean? Holy crap. You see the golden arches?
Turns out snakes really like Big Macs.
You see the golden arches? Just two snakes?
Yeah, they're just like,
It's just-
why do those snakes, why are those arches looping?
those arches are moving. Oh my God. That's crazy.
Is that like a neon LED? What are you doing up there?
Did someone drink out of my orange high C? Yeah. It's just crazy.
What? Wait, is it March? No, I seem to have a shamrock shake. And it's moving.
And it rattles. But no, I
Free
just
baby rattle with every Happy Meal.
But how do you just go from
Yeah.
hey, it was known for being overrun with snakes, but you know what we did? We fixed it. We put a restaurant there,
I don't see how that works.
and it's got outdoor dining.
Yeah.
So, and there was one more that had to do with Italy.
Well,
Go ahead.
the reason
Yeah.
I brought up the Italia thing is that we named our youngest child Talia.
Right.
Italy, like over there, if you say it literally had like all their stuff, like you see their soccer stuff, says Italia. So I bought her a bunch of that stuff when she was younger, like soccer things and hats and stuff. So when she would say it, it would look like she was like, in a Tarzan movie.
Yeah.
Italia, you dad. Like,
It's me, Talia.
Yeah.
You're saying it wrong.
that is no longer funny for her. But anyway,
I tell you, you dad.
yeah, Italia, you dad.
So they have another show on that channel. It's called Live Here, Buy This. So they send 3 globetrotting like realtors around the globe for somebody. Most of the time, I think this was filmed out of Canada because all the people they live in Canada. So they live where it's snow and cold and this.
I
and
find
that.
a lot of those like you see a lot of the Discovery stuff. A lot of it, at the end, will be like produced in partnership with Canadian Broadcasting Company.
Yeah.
Like a lot of those shows that are
Think they're up north.
pseudo real life come from Canada.
Yeah. So anyway, these people, they live in Canada. They have a house where they've started a project in every room. So the house, they're like, well, we got to sell our house. To who? Okay.
Hope someone who likes projects.
So their house is
Do
valued.
they go to like a lot of jigsaw puzzle conventions? I hear you like putting things together.
Yeah.
I've got a house for you. I'm like Eagle Man now.
Who wants a challenge?
I've got a deal for you. I don't remember how he goes.
But their house is valued. Now, this is what they do: is they take the value of their house and they look for something similar other places.
Oh, I just refinanced. I'm well aware.
yeah. So anyway, their house is worth $140,000
Is that CAD or USD?
USD.
USD from Canada. All
Yeah.
right.
So anyway,
So that's like 800,000 in Canada. I don't really know.
Worth
how it works.
$140,000. They're looking in Vegas, Italy, and Nova Scotia. Let me tell you where you're moving. Nova Scotia.
West Virginia.
Yeah. So anyway,
Mountain Mama.
they go to Italy first, and they have like Eagle Man.
How does Eagle Man lay an egg? By the way. Anyway, side note. Done.
Yeah. So it's I don't want to say it. Never mind.
I've got something for you.
Yeah. It's a man laying an egg. How do chickens lay eggs, Mac? You got any more chickens?
No.
Okay.
no. Wait
Just
till
checking.
next year.
Next year. Okay. Then I'll put my raccoons
And
away.
just for everyone knows, we no longer have that button on the board.
Yeah.
That was live.
yeah.
No.
Anyway, so they got $140,000 spend. They look at the first places in Italy, like 600 square feet. And like one place.
Yeah. Do you want to buy a tile?
It looks like a castle. I don't see any electric or plumbing in it. And I'm just like, dude, are you paying attention?
Is there a remote?
Yeah.
There's plumbing.
Yeah. So anyway, they pick their favorite there because they have to pick their favorite everywhere out of 2. First off, if I'm moving somewhere, you're not showing me 2 houses, okay? You're going to show me a ton of houses, and I'm going to pick the one I want. Unless I fall in love with the first one, then I'll buy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When is someone going to come out with a show called Reality?
Yeah.
Because these shows don't have it.
I know a lot of realtor friends, and you know the
who
worst
doesn't like
part?
that show?
Yeah.
I want money.
Yeah. The worst part of that is showing houses to your client when you're the buyer.
Yeah. My dad was a realtor. He had one client.
Yeah.
Himself.
Yeah.
He sold his house. He used his commission to pay the down payment and got out of realty.
Nice.
Doot. And now here's Damon.
That's all, folks. So they look in Vegas. They actually found somewhere for $140,000, and it wasn't terrible.
Was it a shed in your cousin's backyard?
No, but it wasn't terrible. It wasn't
Is it
terrible.
still in your cousin's backyard?
He gets a corner of the pool, the new pool. But then they look in Nova Scotia, and they're on the water, and they got this 2-story mansion. And I'm like, I wonder where they're moving.
Vegas?
And so then all of a sudden at the end, they're like, we like the house in Nova Scotia. I'm like, I
you?
bet you do.
Yeah.
I bet you do. Because it has everything your house doesn't have, which is walls, plumbing, a kitchen.
Right.
Right. No, I get it. All the other houses had those too, except maybe the ones in Italy were a little iffy, you know? But I was just
Wow,
like,
this is great.
yeah, we moved into the same thing, but we don't speak the language at all.
Yeah, this is fantastic. There's walls and
Finding a contractor should be so easy, you know? But anyway, I thought it's just kind of weird when they show everybody 2 houses, and then they go, make your decision. I want to see 6 months later them living there. They never show that because I think they just pick it and they're like, okay, well, maybe we'll buy it. Maybe we won't.
now in House
you know?
Hunters, they do because they've already bought the house. They've already
Correct.
closed. They've already done that. And sometimes the other houses are their friends' houses or even their old house. Like they'll film in their old house, but they'll film in someone else's house. It'd be like, this is our old house, but they really go look at their old house.
Right.
And it's just, Because that's why on the same show, like 6 months later, actually, it's like the time lapse from last week.
Yeah.
We can see the cake you were making in the while you were looking for the house. It's right behind you.
Yeah.
Did you make the exact same cake?
I love that, especially on car shows, because when they're in the garage, they're showing the garage shot, and they got the one car done over there that they're working on in the same show.
Right.
And it's like, it's done. It's right there.
Right.
And you're sanding this car. I can see, the Volkswagen Bug you did?
Right.
Slug Bug, it's green. I see it right there. It's just kind of funny because they shoot it all out of order.
Pilot episode of Dukes of Hazzard. This is when they filmed in Georgia, the first 7 episodes, I think. But they're going around the courtyard, the square, which looks totally different from what you mentally think of. At one point, they turned a corner in front of Western Auto as another General Lee just sitting there, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
As a kid, I never noticed that, but as an adult, I went, wait a minute. They had more than one of those cars, did they? Is this where Boss got the idea to fake that car and pretend it was a Duke?
That's how they always got away. So that's how they always got away.
Are you? Hey, buddy. Here's a free car. I need you to drive that way.
Yeah.
When the cops pick you up, you did it.
So I'm going to say right now, because we've done a lot of tangents, which is good. I've really enjoyed this.
Hey, we're back, baby.
I'm not going to do strange stories, but I'm going to give you the title for next one so you can salivate on this. Massive discount coupon fraud gets Virginia woman 12-year prison sentence. Now, we've all been behind people that like to coupon, and you want to.
I can say that. Yeah, this does feel like you'd be like, hey, 911.
Yeah, I'd like to press charges right now.
This woman is wasting my time and apparently going to get groceries for a negative nickel.
Yeah, I'm
something is up.
I'm suing her for waste of time, and she made me fart while I was in line.
I didn't know those scanners could do that at the.
They're pointing the scanner at you, and you're like, stop it.
Stop it.
Stop it. Oh.
Stop it. It's nothing to do with me. It's that gun she's pointing at me.
It's what is it called? The brown noise?
Yeah, the brown note.
The brown note.
Yeah.
Yeah. South Park did a whole episode on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then they hit the brown note. But no, I had a lot of fun. Like, it's good to be back. It's good to be back in the studio.
Well, for you, sure.
For one of us, this has been very enjoyable.
One,
But I did.
Isn't there two? No.
You remember the fight me, bra? Yeah. You don't want to do that. Mac's going to hop up and he's going to lay into you. So, Mac, did you even have Sesame Street when you were growing up?
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
No. They moved it to HBO though.
They moved Sesame Street to HBO.
Yeah. It comes out later on the PBS, but new episodes come out on HBO.
Is it like rated R now too?
Oh yeah. What Snuffleupagus does with that trunk? Can't show.
Hey, funny enough, the first stagehand job.
Find a new way to say this, Mac.
Stagehand position
was at Sesame Street Live.
Was it really?
Yeah. I walked into the back door of the Rialto, and Big Bird was sitting right there.
Hey, 911. I'm going to speak in code. I got a new Jared from Subway here. Yeah. I'm going to need you to pick him up.
Yeah. Yeah,
wait, did you really walk in and Big Bird was there?
Yeah. I opened the back door and Big Bird was just sitting on a stool waiting for his turn to go on stage.
Was he fully costumed?
Yeah.
All right, so it wasn't like you could see
and they have to use a crane to put that costume on top of him.
Right, because inside, the head is actually his hand, and he's got a monitor that he looks like he's looking down at his neck is looking down at his chest because they have a monitor like where the eyes are so we can see what's going on.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is like 8 feet tall. Like, were they going to put Manute Bol in that? I couldn't think of that.
Way to man behind the curtain that for us.
The original Big Bird was Carol Spinney. He was a dude that looked like Santa. He was also the original voice of Oscar the Grouch. Do not come at me with Muppet information, sir.
Really? Hey, did you know John Stamos was in the Muppet movie?
I heard. Yeah. I heard it on a really great podcast. It's called Bummy Bears.
So you walked in, and were they waiting on you? Were you late?
No, I was there I was only working the loadout. It's first gig there, so they basically just have you. Man, this has all the
so
wrong
it starts out as stagehand jobs.
You're only there to get the loadout.
You're only there to get the loadout. From Big Bird. So now you've ruined everybody's childhood. Kids, earmuffs, kids.
Elmo was an egomaniac.
That checks out.
That does check out. Ted, where can they find us?
Definitely not at the Rialto. They can find us at thatchecksout.net. All the socials, you can find us at That Checks Out. WTT stands for With Damon and Ted. The man speaking is Ted. That means the other guy is Damon. Sorry, he did make it back. We're coming to you from...
Oh, there's the music.
We are coming to you from Audiohive Podcast Studio. Sometimes he hits the buttons, sometimes he doesn't. Thank you, everybody, for listening. That checks out.
And anywhere there's a stage, you'll find Mac. stage.
Andrew.
I think I said that in the first episode, didn't I?
You did.
Andrew over there.
It's a callback to the show.